I grew up in the mountains over in East Kentucky. I won't tell where or when. The names and dates have been changed to protect the innocent, of which I was counted among the innocent. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
There was a car parked on Main Street. We knew everybody in town. We knew that who drove what and how fast it was and all that stuff. This car that's parked on the street had a set of tanks under the bottom. And in the seat of this car there was some money in an envelope, and what you would do, you'd get in and open the envelope. There was an address in there somewhere. You'd take this car to that address, get out, leave it there, call a cab to the bus station, get you a bus ticket back home, and then after you got home, you put that money in your pocket and burn that envelope. And what you had done is delivered a load of wet goods, we'll call it, and you go back, take care of your family, buy groceries or whatever you needed to do. And one time I decided I'd like to do that. Paid good money. Things was kind of tight at home. So I got in the car, and immediately two people appeared at the window next to this steps that went up to the sidewalk and told me to get out. I looked up and it was a friend of mine. He said, "Charles, get out. You ain't getting mixed up in this and get started down the wrong road like that happens to a lot of people. You get out and find you something else to do." And I did. A couple of years later, one of the vehicles that was parked there quite frequently was a yellow and white 56 Ford. Beautiful car. Chrome, dual pipes, all kinds of extras. I wanted to drive that car bad. My dad was laid off from the railroad during that period of time, and I come from Ohio down to visit him, visit the family. There sat that car. It had been rolled, the windshield was all wrinkled up from where it had been rolled. I bought the car from him, worked on it diligently, got it dents beat back out somewhat, got the windshield kind of braced up, and was going to take it back up north with me that weekend. Well, Sunday afternoon I left with it, lock, stock, and barrel. My car. Meanest thing I ever got behind the wheel of. Was going up through Greenville, Ohio. Started to rain. This car pulled up behind me. Bright lights on. Them bright lights were just blinding me. So I speeded up a little bit. Further the faster. The more he pulled up on my bumper with them bright lights, the faster I went. After a while, the blue lights come on. I turned off and went into a neighborhood up there and parked behind some other cars and waited a while. Pulled back out on the street, back out on the road, up the road a little piece, blue lights come on again. So that made me mad. Took off, went up the road, pulled in a park up there and hid behind some buildings. And we run one another up the road. There in the rain it thinned out a little, but the pavement was still wet. Went up there and pulled in the park, waited about an hour. Pulled out and didn't see nothing nowhere. Popped around the curve and there sat some state troopers waiting on me. They had a roadblock set up. I run the roadblock, but they caught me. I didn't have the paperwork that suited them. But what got the best of me was them two tanks under the bottom. I couldn't explain them. Took me before the magistrate. Cost me $37.50. I didn't have that. They took me down and put me in jail. Didn't have the bail money, had fine money. Called my brother-in-law and they come down and got me out of jail. Went back, parked the car down behind the barn. The brother-in-law later on got the car and sold it to some junk dealers. Made me kind of angry.
He sold your car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't in my name.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, when I was about the maddest, the words of my friend come back to me, loud and clear. I'll declare I believe he was speaking over my shoulder. He said, "Charles, get out of there. And don't get involved in that and just bring you trouble. Then get out of there and leave that car alone." I did. My brother-in-law took the engine out of it, sold the body for junk, sold the engine to some race car drivers up there in the little town we lived in, and I left it alone. It probably saved my life.
And how old were you then? About
18.
About 18. Okay.